Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. In last video we had a look at the basic sort of features of the KATANA Artist by Boss, what it looks like, all the elements involved and whatnot, and in today's video we are going to have a look at connecting it through to a USB. So we're going to do this all together here. Alright, and I've got my screen capture. You can hopefully see my mouse. I have a bee flying through the window at my face. If you hear strange screaming, you know why. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is connect a USB to the back and to the computer, and then I'm going to fire it on. Alright, all connections have been made. We are about to turn on the KATANA for the first time. And let's see what happens. Turning on now. There we go. Setting up a device. In Windows 10 it will install the drivers for you apparently, as long as you connect to the internet, I assume. You can't install Tone Studio until your driver is installed, or else it will not be able to make the relevant USB connections. So if you look over here, here's the file you download from the Boss website, and if you need to know where that is, all you have to do is search Boss KATANA. Artist. There we go. You go to the website. There we go. Device is ready. KATANA is set up and ready to go. But for the less tech savvy of you, I'm just going to show you where you go. Just a reminder, this is South African internet, so some things take a little bit longer. Alright, there's the website. If you just scroll down to here, downloads. This is where you will find your firmware should you need to install it. Please check back on my previous video where I show you to check if you have the latest or not. You download Boss Tone Central, download Boss Tone Central for KATANA version 2.1 here. Here's your drivers for Mac and for Windows, but Windows 10, as you will see here, right here, your computer is automatically downloads the Windows 10 driver from the internet when a product requiring the driver is connected to the computer. Alright, so we have downloaded, and it's over here. I'm going to extract. Go for it. Bushki. Alright, there it is. I'm assuming these are manuals and whatnot. I do recommend that you guys go check out the changes in version 2 of the firmware. Just the added features and all that. It's all there on that page I just showed you guys. So let's go ahead and install Boss Tone Studio for KATANA. There we go, Boss Tone Studio for KATANA. Add shortcut to desktop. I recommend doing that for now till you get used to it and all set up. Start application after installation. Why not? Continue. Do you wish to allow? Yes. Now remember, in the older versions it used to freeze when it got to that sort of point. Good to know that that is gone. Close. Close. Control, door control. I'm just going to go ahead and go KATANA. I'm assuming that's the correct version. Let's pull that out. And let's take a look what we have. So obviously bank A, 1, 2, 3, 4, which are your front 4 buttons. And then when you push the A, B switch on the front of the artist, it will flip to B, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. But on the GAFC foot controller, I know you have to hold buttons in or something to flip that bank. And then panel is obviously your live mode. Okay, now this looks pretty cool, man. Amp types, I'm assuming click and hold. It's actually really cool to see the amp. It changes as I do this. That is sick. Gain, volume, bass, mids, treble. Now this is the part I was interested in. You can see it changing over here between the two modes. Let's have a look what we've got in here. Clean boost, treble boost, mid boost, crunch, overdrive, blues driver, overdrive, probably like an OD, natural overdrive, warm mode overdrive, turbo overdrive, tube scream, distortion, fat, DS plus, GUV, rat, metal zone, metal, DS, 60s fuzz, muff, and an octave fuzz. That's cool, man, because you know obviously you can't pick those when you're just scrolling on the front panel here. So let's start with mod. Chorus, flange, phaser, uni-V, tremolo, vibrato, rotary, ring mod, slow gear, slicer, compressor, limiter, T-wah, auto wah, pedal wah. That's cool for if you can connect a expression pedal. GEQ, PEQ, guitar sim, acoustic guitar, acoustic processor, wave synth. Oh my word, that's cool. That's something they put in the GT100. I'm totally geeking out right now. It's not even funny. Pitch shift. I wonder if you can do a dive bomb. Harmony. Well done, boss. Well done. If you followed my channel, you would have heard me moan for many years about why boss took out the humanizer effect. Thank you. Phaser 90E, flanger 117E. I don't know these. That's sick. Okay, next. Okay, I gotta try and keep this professional. Okay, now we're going to move on to delay. There we go. As you can see here, I pulled it up to there. Let's put it on to there. Let's see what delays we got. Digital, analog tape, reverse mod, SDE 3000. I'm curious to hear this one. That's pretty cool. You know what I've just realized? If we're using this over here as a mod. Sorry to quickly backtrack here, guys. If we use this one as a mod effect over here, you could essentially turn this into an EQ after your EQ and amplifier, so you could even further tune out your EQ. Oh, I'm geeking out. My fiance is going to leave me. Hey. Okay, good. She didn't hear that. Alright, so delay is where we were, and we saw those delays. Let's just have a look at the effects. Over here, let's see if they're all the same. Oh, there's another EQ. I like to use at least one or two extra EQs after this, by the way. That's amazing. I love that. So I can have delay. I can put some delay on. I can put some reverb on. And then I can have an EQ. Oh, boss, you've made a very happy boy. Okay, let's just have a look here at our reverbs. Where are our reverbs? Here. Okay, reverb number 1. Or delay. Or delay and reverb. Okay, I'm not joking. Everything I thought I liked about this this amp has just increased quite a lot. Delay, it's all the same ones. Reverb, modulate, spring, hall, plate, room. What if we go both? I assume both of these take place. But then, if we go here, how does this work? Let's have a look. See now, where would delay 2 be? Or is delay 2 this one? Delay 2 must be this one, because delay and effects is this one. Oh, this is amazing. Okay, cool. Let's turn this all off. Done. Now, this is something you can't access without plugging it into USB when you're setting up your sounds. EQ, I'm assuming noise suppressor, and send and return, so effects loop. EQ, so you have another EQ. So you're telling me this amp, you pick your drive, your gain amount, your volume, you've got your EQ, you can have a solo boost pedal or an EQ or a mod, you can have a delay or an EQ or an effect or a mod, you can have delay or reverb, then I can EQ it again. Sure. Okay, noise suppressor, simple enough, right? And send return. Position, what is position? Post amp, post reverb. Now you would probably want your send return. So post amp, it would come in over here. Post reverb, after reverb, it would come in over here. Okay, mode, series or parallel, that's cool. So 4 cable method is possibly a thing. Now there's this called chain. This is something I'm curious to see. Can we scroll down at all? No. Okay, so you got chain 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's have a look at the difference. In to the amplifier, so into here, then into here, then into there, out. Chain number 2 is here into here first, so you would be using this as a booster, then into your EQ, amp and EQ, then into here, out, and then chain number 3 would be here, into here, so you would be using your booster as more of a sort of overdrive sound with delays. Then you'd be using the amp and EQ just to make it louder, then into your reverb. That's awesome, man. I like that. With the new version, the last thing that they've added now is a system button. Apparently this is like your little extra sprinkle on top of everything. So let's take a look. Line out cabinet, line out feel. Now you'll remember that dial from the previous video. Do we want record, live, or a blend? Okay. And your cab, modern, vintage, deep. I'm going to try modern when I start setting up my sounds in the next video, because I'm quite keen to try the fact that it says a tight low end. And, you know, playing on a theater stage, your bottom ends can become quite muddy. And I've been asked to please bring an amp, so I might just try this later if I can come right. Then you get a global EQ that you can put at the input or the output. So you've got another EQ, low cut, mid frequency, high mid frequency level, blah blah blah. USB, okay, that's just your levels. MIDI settings. Oh, that's so cool, man. Language, owner's manual, device version 2.1.0. Guys, this thing looks fantastic. I actually can't wait to get my guitar plugged into this now. Quick little disco show. Well done, boss. This looks great. Now the next test is how good can we make it look and sound. Well, I can make it look great, as you can see here. And it's pretty real time, eh, when I'm moving these. That's so cool. Metal settings. Wow. Huh? How about now? Alright, stay tuned, guys, and I know this was a bit of a long one, and you're probably sitting there going, just plug that thing in and play it. But I do know for myself, before I go test gear, I like to read manuals and to just have a look at what is there, and you start building a picture in your head of how you're going to use all these things together. I'm actually well impressed with this, and I can't wait to get playing. now with my guitar. Alright, I'll see you in the next one, guys. Remember to subscribe, and to all the local South Africans, please go check out the new Boss South Africa official Facebook group. International guys are welcome as well to share your stories and pictures and experiences with Boss gear. Maybe you can teach some of the SA guys a few things, and maybe we can teach you some stuff too. All the best. Check you in the next one. Cheers.